This is my smelting setup. Yeah, I know it sucks. So that's why I'm going to build the biggest furnace that ever existed in Minecraft's history. How big exactly, you ask? This big. Dude, that's bigger than a mountain. I guess you could say I'm gonna need a couple of materials. As a demonstration, this is the super smelter that Carves built, and this is the super smelter that I am going to build. Oh my god, look at that, it's beauty. And I know you might be asking why you were doing this. It's a pretty good question. So while I'm collecting materials, let me answer that question. I need around 5,000 coal ore, so that would be a good point to start. You see, I'm tired of opening chests and putting every item and fuel into a furnace. So that's why I'm building a super furnace that has a literal working computer inside that can do every single thing that I just mentioned for me. Coal ore is done, so moving on to the next item, which is clay blocks. I mean, granted, I'm doing this entire thing just to avoid putting items which would take only 1 second. Instead, I'm going to build something that easily is going to take me hundreds of hours. And the next major items that I'm going to need are cobble deep slate and mud. So I'm just gonna craft a bunch of TNT and go TNT mining. Also, I'm going to need a lot of light gray wool, so I'm just gonna AFK my sheep farm to get the items. Alright, beautiful, and now we are ready to build. Oh, by the way, fun fact, my furnace is 100 by 100 blocks, meaning only one of the walls of my furnace is actually bigger than Carve's entire furnace. I need to touch some grass. Anyway, I just accidentally made a mob farm here, so why I didn't light this up earlier? Oh, would you look at that? The furnace is complete. I actually died 3 times for that transition. Please like it. Okay, let's see. Oh, dude, this thing's an absolute menace. Some would even say, it's almost the same size as your mother. I think I'm gonna have to explain how this thing is going to work. So I'm going to build a computer inside this furnace, which will act as the heart of the build, and then connect super smelters and fuel farms to it. So after that point, if I ever need to smelt something, I just put them in the chest, and everything else will be automated. So from now on, I'm gonna split this video into 3 phases. Phase 1 being building the computer. Now I just need to open some space to install the computer, and then put in floor. And now there's only one question left to answer. How do I build a computer again? So how you want to do that? First thing, you want to see what you want to program. Wait a minute. In my original script, I tried to explain everything about this computer and how it works. But now that I'm thinking about it, if I put that in the video, everyone watching would get dumber. Honestly, I don't understand it well enough to be able to explain it. So I will link my redstone testing world in the description. So in case you want to see how this computer works, you can just do that easily. In a simple word, this computer has to read the data from this chest and display it on the screen. Also do some other stuff. Alright, now that we are done with that, we can start phase 2, which is building super smelter. Alright, to complete this phase, I need to first change the floor, which is not a really hard task. It just took 5 hours of my life that I'm never going to get back. No big deal. Hold on. What is happening with this spider? Bro is happy! Anyway, I'm thinking about lava for the floor because furnace, hot. This should do. Let's get to work. First, I need to create a ring of lava around this entire thing, which done. Then I have to dig this entire thing out to create some sort of a slope so lava can flow and I don't need to place 10,000 lava blocks. Alright, digging is done. Now it's time for the fun part, which is letting all the lava flow. And now we just need a glass floor. That was 10,000 glass blocks. Alright, I'm gonna start building my super smelter by placing a bunch of furnaces. And now we need to place hoppers running into the furnaces so we can fuel them automatically, as you can see, like that. And also hoppers on top so we can smelt items. And now I need to place a lot more blocks. And now our first super smelter is done. Hold on, RELIXSAW. Did you say the first super smelter? Yes, I did. We're gonna build another 2 super smelters. One with blast furnaces and one with smokers. Oh my gosh. And now only thing left to do is to connect the output from the super smelters to the storage system that I haven't built yet. Just bear with me, okay? Alright, I'm just about to run my very first test with 1 stack for each one of the smelters. I hope it doesn't break. Alright, all the items are loaded in. Oh yes, it does work! Oh my god, look at the speed! It's crazy! Boom, boom, boom! already done, bro? That was 3 stacks of items. I mean, the reaction you just saw were absolutely normal, and I deny everything you say. Hey there, my name is RELIXSAW, and ever since I was a little kid, I had a dream of becoming a YouTuber someday. And for the past year, I've been trying my best to achieve my dreams. And if you watched the video so far, it probably means that you enjoyed it. So if you don't mind, please consider subscribing. It's completely free, and it does help me achieve my dreams. Thank you, and back to the video. Only thing left to do for phase 2 is to build the control panel for something like a manual mode and then connect it to the furnaces and the computer. Somehow manage to pull this monster. What the hell is this, bro? You know? What the hell? You will see how this works in a bit. And after this, phase 2 is officially done. Moving on to phase 3, which is the fuel farms. Alright, my super smelters are great and all, but eventually they will run out of fuel, and going down there and refilling them is something that peasants do, so I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I'm going to build automatic fuel farms that produce infinite amounts of fuel, and my plan in order to achieve that is actually quite simple. First, I need to make a system that tells the computer that a certain smelter needs fuel, which is what these lamps are for. And next, we need to divide this area into 2 sections. Alright, now we need to build the area. And then start building the bamboo farm, because it's easy to farm, you can farm tons of it, and that's it. And now we need to connect this to the system. The thing I'm building right now is, I call it the fuel department. This basically reads the data from the super smelters and then decides to fuel them or not. Right now that we are done with that, we need to make another system that actually sends the fuel into the super smelters, just like that. And I promise this system never actually broke. And I also installed the manual selection panel for the fuel farms. And after that, I was ready to run my very first stress test with 2 shulker boxes of cobblestone. So first thing you want to do is to select what type of item you are going to smelt. Ores, food, or general items. I'm smelting general items. Then you want the system to refuel the furnaces. And then you select what farm you want to refuel the furnaces. And at the moment, we only have the bamboo farm, so there's a variety of options. And last thing you want to do is to put all of your items, showing you how much of the system's power is being used at the moment. And it broke. I don't know what exactly you expected, but 3 stacks are lost. I'm pretty sure they have despawned. So I'm going to solve this problem by something quite simple. Okay, I don't know it's gonna work or not. Okay, let's see. Let's load up the system once again. Another 20 minutes. Well, it did work, I'll have you know that, but the recording file got corrupted midway, so I guess you'll never know whether I'm lying or not. You can't trust me, probably. And the last thing I'm going to add to the system is a carpet duping machine. And the setup for it just looks like this. Right. I bet some of you didn't even know that you can use carpet as fuel. It's time for some seamless transition. That was clean. I just need to add some decorations, such as a music player, and then some wires around the side, and some designs for the floor. Just wow. And after this point, I will never have to worry about smelting any items. Granted, 2 weeks ago, I never did worry about smelting items. So, is it over the top? Yes. Is it cool? Hell yeah. Peace!